Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Suzanne.
And today's video is about our experience of purchasing our first e-bike. We'll leave a link in the description below on our last video. We encourage you to watch that one. It's about our first time renting e-bikes and riding the Okanagan Rail Trail.
So if you're thinking about purchasing an e-bike, I think you're really gonna enjoy this video. It's got lots of information. It's very technical, a lot of technical details about the bikes. So be sure to watch to the end of the video, and thanks for following us along.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Bye for now.
We're here at the Electric Fat Bike Company in beautiful Coldstream, which is outside of Vernon, British Columbia. And I'm here with the owner, Kaylin Webster. And we're also here, Suzanne and I are very excited to pick up our new e-bikes, and we finally made that decision. So Kaylin, thanks for helping us out, by the way.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about your business and what it means to run the Electric Fat Bike Company.
Yeah, for sure. So I started about 5.5 years ago. We are standing right in the location where I started my business. So we started with about 20 bikes with the not really knowing how far it would go or how good the quality would be, a complete doubt on everything at the start there. When we got the bikes, it was a lot better than we had expected. And from there, it built really slowly from this location. And we went from having 2 models to having about 14 different types of models here on the fleet. And so my goal over time has shifted into creating a line of bikes set to take pretty much anybody on any path and comfortably. So that's kind of the goal here, is comfort, stability, recreational riding, and we found that that's the majority of the market when it comes to people getting into electric bike.
Perfect. Well, we've learned a lot about e-bikes. If you haven't already, watch our other video on the Okanagan Rail Trail where we first experienced e-bikes, and these were the models we were on.
That's right.
The only difference is the motor size. We decided to go for one that's a little bigger.
Yeah, so basically it's going to be very similar to what you had, but the top seller and the models that we actually have here today that we were setting you up with are the EFB 750 models. These are actually the 2 models that we started the company with, and they've seen the most progression over the course of 5 years. So having that extra amount of torque in the tire is going to give you more play when we're out there in the backcountry. So in BC we have so many hills, we have looser terrain, and we just have a lot different terrain than the rest of the provinces in Canada. So that's kind of a lot of the design actually branched out from designing it for BC and the type of riding we have. And we found that once you move to the other provinces, you're now over durable because we're a little bit flatter, they're a little bit less terrain, and that's when you start to see that they actually work better in the other provinces, more durable, last longer than they do. So yeah, here in BC we've got the fat tires so we can ride the beaches. We've got endless amounts of beaches. So one of the things that's unique about my brand is the fat tire only factor of it. Most brands will have a bunch of normal tire size bikes and then a couple fat bikes on their fleet, whereas my company is strictly fat tires because we really zeroed down into the comfort and stability. So we want you guys to be able to ride on beaches and gravel pathways and be comfortable and stable while doing it. Yeah.
Kaylin has helped us so much with research. He's a great guy. We were looking at bikes from other retailers, we'll say out there, and I sent him the specs, and he did a line-by-line comparison. And in terms of the battery power, the battery wattage was something that you really need to look for in a bike. So that was a huge plus. Thank you. The other thing is, when you're buying a 500-watt motor in British Columbia, it's tax exempt, so there's nothing wrong with that. We opted to go with a little bit bigger power for our needs. But you may want to look at that in the research, and you carry those types of bikes too.
So I like to be able to offer you the 500-watt bike so you can stay within that PSC limit exemption, and you can, a lot of riders with more urban settings don't need the extra power. It's really the people that are going to go that extra step, and they're going to go out of town, explore new trails, explore new provincial parks, where you start to see it be a lot more popular to have something more powerful. You never want to be in a situation where you're tired and you want the bike to do a little more work, but it can't because it's not powerful enough. Right. So that's typically why we see people lean towards the 750. And on the note of comparisons, there's an endless variety of e-bikes out there, so I always like to find exactly what the customer is going to do riding wise and recommend the best wattage. So it's not really about getting as many bikes out the door as I can, it's more about getting people set up with what's going to work properly for them.
Perfect. Well, that is great information. We'll show our viewers the models you carry here. Like I'm looking at here behind the camera, we've got
basically the folding models. So we call them the EFB minis. We also have the new Moto that just stepped onto the line, which is a little bit different. So I'd be happy to point out some details on how it may be a little different than what we have you guys set up with today.
Okay, great.
Look at these smaller models, and you're going to notice that it has the, what is an example of the large spring seat. The same brand as our last seat, the Velo, and this is gonna offer more surface area and some suspension as well while you're riding. So yeah, this is our urban, folding, smaller, little bit lighter electric bike. The beauty of it, still having the fat tires, is you still get access to beaches, you still get access to gravel roads, and you're still going to gain that stability that you want. Also coming equipped with your adjustable and lockout front suspension, the same 7 gears, and as well the same hydraulic braking system. So overall components are strikingly similar, but the general geometry of the bike and its purpose does change. Here in front of me I have the EFB 750. Now before we get too deep into this, I want to let you know that this brand and this design is Vernon founded. So this company, electric fat bike company that I've created, is founded here in Vernon and designed by myself and sold only from this location directly. So this is the home branch for the brand. In front of us we have one of our landmark models. So we started with this model here, the EFB 750. This is our slightly smaller frame option. It's the 18-inch step-through option, and this model is set up with a few different accessories we have options for. This model has the longer metal fender set. You also have the option of a short plastic fender set, and this model is also set up with a curved comfort handlebar design. So these are two things that are upgraded on this bike to make it a little more suitable depending on the rider's needs. We have a Samsung lithium-ion battery, and it is a 48-volt system. This battery here is a 15 amp-an-hour setup, and it is going to be powering a 750-watt Bafang rear hub motor. This model here is set up with 7 gears. It is using a Shimano Tourney shifting system, and we are using a Tektro E350 hydraulic braking system. So this bike is quite advanced from where it was 5 years ago. We've upgraded lots of things to make the quality better and more performing, and we could break it down into some smaller components. We've got the Velo plus seat, we've got a Pro Wheel crank set on the bottom there, and our RST lockable front suspension. So this bike is going to offer both rigid and non-rigid front suspension riding. We are equipped with an integrated lighting system on these bikes. So by just holding the button on our display screen, we are going to get a full lighting system. So that will be backlights, display lights, and front lights as well. So I always like to show them that when this screen is on, you also have a brake light. So when you're braking out on the road, people know that you're stopping and you're slowing down. So this is a new feature that was released in the last couple years, and this bike, one of the key features of e-bikes are what types of power that they offer. So this bike is going to offer throttle power as well as pedal assist power. So you have 9 levels of pedal assist, and you have the option of a left-sided push throttle. So it's good to have 2. because sometimes one or the other setting is more suitable for the rider and their style. So we always try to offer as many options as possible. So 9 levels of assist, left side push throttle, and 7 manual gears. This bike is going to come included with a fender set, a rear rack, all with the cost of the bike, and it is compatible with a front rack and basket as well. And we go down to our tires. We have our Juggernaut, Kenda Juggernaut tires, 26 inches by 4, and these are puncture resistant models now, so they're a little bit thicker thread per inch than the last models there. So that was a recent upgrade as well, and these tires will be good for, as we mentioned before, a range of terrain. So you can adjust your pressure, your PSI in the tire, which will lead you to give you access to sand, looser gravel, snow riding, and then put that pressure back up when you're riding on concrete. So that's where the flexibility of those 4-inch wide tires comes from. One key function of this bike is adjusting the pressure to suit your riding.
Okay, cool. All right, that's great, thanks.
A little bit hard on your butt. So that's typically when we'll recommend we have a spring seat, which is over there on our folding mini bike. And that seat is gonna offer you the ultimate comfort. These seats are really good if you're a little bit of a mixed rider.
Do we know when the battery is full? Is there an indicator on the charger, or how does that?
And then once that's all charged up, you can use the button on the battery to monitor your battery life. So in theory, once you lose 2 bars, that's about halfway, likely time to turn around and head back so that you have enough battery life to get home. You also have a battery indicator on the screen itself. So you actually have 2 ways to read how much battery life is left.
Great, all right, perfect. We love these little mirrors too. That's for a safety feature here. The bikes also come with a little bell.
Yes, that's right.
So yeah, these are little things that, courtesy on the trail, let others know that you're coming up behind them. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So Kaylin, we saw the step through, and this is what will be my bike, the step over. So I imagine they look the same, but there is a few differences, if you can explain that.
Yeah, for sure. So as far as the frame goes, when we talk about 18 inches and 19 inches, that measurement is taken on the middle of the frame right here. So they're measuring the center of the crank to right here, which is going to be 19 inches on this bike, and it's non-step through. So we're just going to attach to the frame up higher. Whereas the other model is 1 inch smaller on your seat tube measurement, and we have a swoop down on our top bar, which will help for your standover height when you get off the seat, and general minimum seat height as well. So this is going to be a slightly larger model than what we saw before. And we have another example on this bike of what the stock handlebars look like. So this is your straight handlebar as opposed to having curvature and rising those bars up. Everything being incredibly universal, so we can really play with stems and handlebars. So the idea is we can get those handlebars wherever it's comfortable for any rider is the goal.
Cool. Okay, thank you. Appreciate your time here today and joining us, and we highly recommend you contact the Electric Fat Bike Company in if you're wanting to do or consider a purchase. And I imagine you have a website, you've got shipping.
Yes.
You can really meet the needs of people out there.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal of the company, and what we kind of do as far as when we're trying to pick bikes for people. And yeah, that's kind of the core of the business and the important stuff. So yeah, we could start looking at kind of the bikes here, what you guys selected, and what other options there is in the shop as well.
The difference in the power compared to like the 750 compared to the 500. Like even on, I only have it on 1 pedal assist, and I can feel the power when you start.
Wow.
So I think the seat height is good.
It's a nice bike. Kayla, thank you very much for the overview. I think you just want to add a few more things because where people can really see all the models. So what in there?
Yeah, so you guys can check out electricfatbikecompany.com, and what you're going to find there is up-to-date photos, up-to-date stock, and you're going to be able to look at the different sizes of frame for the models that we've gone through today and look at anything that you may have missed. So there's 14 different varieties of models making up different motor sizes and frame sizes. We covered the most of what we needed to cover to show you guys the general fleet, and you can what you'll see is that those components and the structure and design of those bikes will kind of carry on through the rest of the fleet. So everything is well updated on that website, and it's got a link for you to book demo rides and a link for you guys to ask questions. So definitely check that out to touch up on the details.
And yeah, thanks for the tour of the shop today. And I'm sure people can find you, and hopefully the video will help them in terms of going through your models. We really appreciate your time today. We're excited to take home our new bikes.
Yes.
And I think we've made a really good decision. So thanks for helping us out on that.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks so much, Kaylin, and we can't wait to get out there on our new bikes. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep, see you in the next one.
See you guys.
See you.
On the open road, my tank is full.
If you have any questions or comments regarding today's video and the technical aspects of the e-bikes that we purchased, we'll be sure to pass those along to the Electric Fat Bike Company as well.
So if you like this video and you found it helpful and informative, please remember to give us a big thumbs up and a like, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
Yeah, thanks for watching today, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Turn this off.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go beeping on us. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm babbling, so I don't know what else to say.
No problem, yeah.
So, did you want to add anything else?
No, that's pretty it, yeah.
I'll just turn this one off. That's great, thanks. Hopefully you found this video entertaining enough. Or do you want to do yeah, I don't know what else to say. So,
Bye for now, everybody.
bye for now.
Remember to subscribe to our channel if you're not already. And thanks, everyone. And bye for now, friends. Stupid.
Oh, that was good.
No, I gotta do that again. Okay.